Saturn turns retrograde every year and stays retrograde for about 5 months. So here are some key details that you need to know. This outer planet transit is a bit of a breakdown. It's a review. It's a time to pause, reassess, take responsibility for your actions in the house where Pisces is in your chart. Saturn has been restructuring your Pisces house since March. And when he slows down to turn retrograde, this is a very important time for you to literally slow down and reflect over the past few weeks and months since Saturn has been in Pisces. And where Pisces is in your chart will be exactly the part of life for you that is under construction. So on March 29th of this year, Saturn entered Pisces and has been direct this whole time. And on July 13th, around 5 a.m. Universal Time, Saturn is going to change directions and move back through those early degrees of Pisces. So what is important is the degree itself, and if you have any planets close to this degree or in its direct aspect. So Saturn is turning retrograde at 7 degrees, 43 minutes of sidereal Pisces. And he will retrace the same portion of sky that he has just passed over since entering Pisces. In fact, on November 28th, early in the morning, November 28th, so adjust your time zone accordingly. But on November 28th, around 4 a.m., Saturn will turn direct again, right under the 1 degree mark. So it's 56 minutes, right? 56 solar minutes. And this is the frame that Saturn is traveling while retrograde. So if you have any planets that are within 3 degrees of these 2 turning points in Pisces, this is going to impact you the most. So that's around 4.5 to 10.5 degrees of Pisces on July 13th. Then on November, there's going to be a bit of Aquarius energy that's part of this too. So 28 degrees Aquarius up to 4 degrees of Pisces. In November, when Saturn turns direct, you're going to want to pay attention to that. You might be feeling those energies a lot more strongly than someone who has no planets or their ascendant anywhere near that. You have planets or your ascendant in these degrees, but the signs are in Taurus, in Virgo, or in Sagittarius. This is Saturn's full aspect, and you will be part of the group that will feel that transit a bit more than others, and it's going to be relative to that planet that's in those degrees. If you have Moon anywhere between 4.5 to 10.5 degrees of Taurus, Saturn is casting his third aspect. That's a direct influence of Saturn. And so you could experience some things that relate to your moon, right? Moon is your emotions, it's your connections, it's your heart, it's your feelings, it's how you perceive life, it's the lens through which you experience life. And so Saturn puts pressure and, restrictive energy on your moon that cannot feel so great. But I'm actually going to get more into what this Saturn retrograde actually means. Saturn is a malefic planet, and actually when a malefic planet turns retrograde, it lessens those malefic effects. And the most important thing here with a retrograde planet is that it takes the active nature of Saturn and it makes it more passive. And there is this element of free will as well when a planet turns retrograde. Its effects kind of hesitate and things feel like it becomes more of a choice rather than it being forced upon you, which is, what the planets are capable of doing when they're strong and moving in a direct motion. They act based on what they indicate. So when a Saturn turns retrograde, this is where those RE words come in. So this is reflection, reassess, review, redo, just to name a few. And it's that passive nature that causes one to stop and reflect on the situation, right? So Saturn could be impacting you, could be bringing up a delay, for instance. That's a very easy way to understand Saturn, is that he is a force that brings delays. So if you're doing something and you feel like you're being delayed, maybe you're having to redo this thing over and over again, or it's just not sticking, whatever it may be, that part where you stop and reflect on what to do, that's the retrograde energy. That's the retrograde energy in full effect. So Saturn himself is the karaka of time itself, restriction, delay, limitations, burdens, but he's also the planet of humility, sincerity, and then also because he's a malefic, it's that sorrow as well. There's fear. Saturn also represents hard work, responsibility, structure, organization, and doing the right thing, following the dharmic path. That is actually what is most important about Saturn. So the slow and steady wins the race of Saturn. So if you're living your truth honestly and sincerely, helping others when you can, not taking shortcuts just because you want it now or you want more of it, then this retrograde will just simply be a gift of time. So if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and be sure to sign up for my newsletter. I send one out every week with the transits, including the moon, and I'll leave that link down in the description. And I'll see you in the next video.